Hey everybody, Ashton here with Gents, and today we're going to be taking a look at 3 fragrances. They are the wonderful and strange liquid music collection from the house of Matriarch, inspired by the television show Twin Peaks, which I'm a huge fan of. And since it's such a nice day today, there are birds out singing, I'll just leave that as the background and leave the music off of this one. Alright, let's go ahead and check out this presentation. You can see the name of the house, House of Matriarch High Perfumery. Nothing doing on the sides. At the top, House of Matriarch High Perfumery once more. On the back, you can see this is a limited edition, number 15 of 100. You have the names of the fragrances, Futures Past, Red Room, and World of Blue. And you can see here that it's inspired by Twin Peaks. If you give this ribbon a pull, ooh, it's in there pretty well. You can see the 3 fragrances inside of a velvet holder. You have Futures Past, the Red Room, World of Blue. Each one has a different design. These caps do not click into place, they slide into place, so I wouldn't carry it by that just to be safe. On the sides, you can see it says, "We Believe in Magic." Then at the top, House of Matriarch once more. And on the back, this design. That is the presentation for the wonderful and strange liquid music collection. So as you saw in the presentation, if you buy the full collector's box, you get all 3 like this: Futures Past, Red Room, and World of Blue. I'll touch a little bit on each one of these fragrances and then kind of speak on the collection as a whole. Now, I'll tell you that initially, when I first sprayed this, I thought it would be my least favorite of the 3. Now, on my second and third wearings, I came to really appreciate this one. This opens up with a little bit of violet, but then it goes into what is the star of this fragrance, at least in my opinion, and that's the iris. It's thick, it's velvety, it's really well done. It doesn't come across makeup-y at all or lipsticky like you would find in Dior Homme. It's superb. There's also heliotrope in here, so that heliotrope and that iris just kind of meld together. It smells fantastic. It's a great floral. It would be considered unisex in my opinion. There's also oud in here, but I don't really pick up much of that. For me, this is mainly about the florals, and they are done expertly. Next up, let's talk about the Red Room. Now, one thing that you should know if you do purchase this is that this is a legitimately red fragrance. It's colored red naturally. So if you spray this on clothes, especially like something I'm wearing here that's white, it's gonna stain it. So don't do that. For me, this is all about the cedar. And I love cedar as a note, so this one's a hit for me as well. It's like you went into a forest and chopped down a cedar tree. There's also a rich leather note that goes along with that cedar, and there's a bit of incense that kind of wafts along with the fragrance. Out of the 3, I get the best performance from the Red Room. And the last fragrance of the trio is Futures Past. And this is almost a holy grail in terms of forest fragrances. I'm a huge fan of green fragrances that smell like coniferous forests. If you remember, I did a review a while back on Winter Nights, and that was a huge hit for me because it smelled like such a realistic pine tree. And this one is right there, if not better. This is a coniferous forest in a bottle. It's like walking through a pine forest, taking in the smells of the trees, of the sap, of the pine needles, of the earth underneath you while you walk. It's fantastic. I've said that about all 3 of these. They're all fantastic. This one is my favorite. All 3 of these are natural perfumes. The Red Room is 100% natural. The other 2 are 99% each. So you should know going in that these aren't going to project like beasts. They do sit a little bit closer to the skin, but anybody in your proximity is going to be able to pick it up, so it's not something where you spray it on and it's immediately a skin tint. The Red Room for me lasts 8 hours, the other 2 last right around 6. For me, these are kind of collector's pieces because of their association with the show, the fact that there aren't that many of them out there, and also the fact that they come in 15 ml bottles instead of 50 or even 100 ml bottles. So I love each one of these, but realistically, I probably won't wear them all that much just because I don't want them to go away. All 3 of these fragrances for me trend toward being worn in cooler weather as opposed to warm or hot weather. For me, they're more along the lines of being a fall fragrance. And as for when you would wear them, I think that is up to the person. For me, I really like the fragrances. I wouldn't mind wearing these out in public. It wouldn't bother me a bit. But some people, if they're going out in public, they prefer to go for something that's more safe, more of a compliment getter. And while these are not fragrances that are going to be pushing the boundaries of what is acceptable, they're also going to be different from any designer fragrance out there. So really, when you wear these, is going to be entirely up to you as to what you're comfortable with. That's going to bring me to my rating. So the package itself, just everything, is going to get a 9 out of 10. I love all three of these, so I mean, there's not really much that I can say negatively about this. World of Blue, I'm going to give a 9 out of 10. The florals are fantastic. It smells great. It's different than anything else that I've smelled in terms of the quality of the florals in there. Very, very, very high quality. The Red Room, I'm going to give an 8.5. Also very, very nice. Just not quite the same effect on me as World of Blue has. And then Futures Past, I'm going to give a 9 out of 10 as well, and just barely above World of Blue. So if you wanted to, I guess you could say like a 9.25. The quality of the ingredients in here, when you smell it, should be readily apparent. I mean, it is very obvious that these are using the highest quality naturals available because it smells amazing. And I know that Peter at Fragrance View bought one of these as well. He did kind of an unboxing, so if you want to check that video out, I'll leave a link in the description. He kind of goes over how it is when you receive it, because it's actually wrapped up pretty nicely, but I didn't get that on video. And I'm sure at some point in the future he'll touch on these as well, so keep your eyes open for that. Alright guys, that is my review of these fine 3 fragrances. If you've smelled these, let me know what you think about them. As always, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.